I hope you can see the beautiful coconuts in the coconut tree. And this silly video is about, are coconuts mammals? Are they mammals? Coconuts produce milk, and underneath the green exterior is hairy in there. So you got hair, you got milk. Those are mammals. Well, not really, but this video is actually about definitions. So welcome to the Excellent Universe channel, where I try to help you think more clearly. When you clear out a lot of bad ideas, then you can make much better decisions and be less confused. So you should have a better, safer life, healthier, happier, and that's what this channel is all about, the Excellent Universe channel, to make a better planet, more peaceful, less war, and less pollution, and more space for everybody, have things cost less expensive. And we also include outer space and topics beyond the planet. So we have an excellent planet, excellent solar system, and universe. So thank you very much. To follow these ideas is going to be the easiest way to have a better planet and better life. So please click on the little thumbs up down there, which helps other people see the videos. It's how YouTube determines who gets to see the videos, or how many times they offer the videos for viewing. If you comment, if you subscribe, if you do click on the thumbs up, and also share the videos, it's going to help. And as I said, it's going to be the easiest way to have a good planet for you. So thank you very much and welcome. So this video is about those wonderful coconuts. You know, it's not easy to get coconut down from the tree. Some places they hire monkeys, and other places they use extension trucks that have lifts on them, and they get up to those coconuts and use maybe a saw, or the monkeys just twist off the coconuts, twist them, and you can get the coconut to come down. And then that outer husk is so tough that the easiest way is to put a pickaxe into the ground, and then use the most pointy part of the pickaxe and hit the coconut against the pointiest part, and it will break open that outer husk, and you twist it and keep working until you have the inner coconut, and you'll see the hair that I'm talking about. And then inside, what's inside a coconut? Is there coconut milk if you break open a coconut? Well, guess what? There isn't. People make coconut milk. So coconuts are not actually mammals, and only if they were animals would they be mammals. If they had hair and produced milk and a few other things, they would be mammals if they were animals. But what's inside coconuts, if they're mature enough, big enough, they have the water or the juice, coconut water, coconut juice. It's the same thing. If the coconut is green and young enough, it's a bit sweet. As it gets older, it becomes less sweet, and people often don't like the flavor. And then coconut milk is made from older, slightly browning or brown coconuts, and the coconut flesh inside has turned white with coconut oil. And then the coconut milk is made by chopping, or basically juicing, grinding up or pounding the coconut flesh and getting the oil out, and mixing it with water or the whatever remaining coconut juice there is. That's how you get the coconut milk. So coconuts don't make milk, and but they wouldn't be mammals anyway, even if they made milk, because just having something that makes milk doesn't mean that it's a mammal. And on the topic of definitions, definitions are really something that people make up, and they should refer to something real in the real world that you can either experience some kind of like action or process, or like I said, something you can experience like emotion or color, whatever. And those are proper definitions. And so you should be able to see it, point to it, or feel it, experience it. And of course, we have a lot of imaginary, like superheroes and other things. And also other imaginary things like luck. You know, people have like lucky objects, or people have they have these words, but they don't refer to any actual thing like a lucky object, you know, or maybe a ghost. And you know, if you can't prove it, you know, or if there's no way to disprove it, then you should really question, maybe this thing doesn't actually exist. And so for lucky, let's get into lucky objects. Okay, if an object is lucky, or if maybe doing a particular action, sometimes people say, well, to have good luck in your life, you got to do a particular action. Okay, so you should just test it. You can use scientific testing, which you need to look this up, but it should be a controlled experiment with double-blind experiment. And what it means is, double-blind means the people that are doing the actions to do the test of something that's true or not, or real or not, they're sort of kept not knowing exactly what they're testing or what they're trying to prove. Just have them, you know, do these actions like, okay, this is a lucky penny. Don't tell them it's a lucky penny. Just say, okay, please rub this penny, say these words, and then, you know, play a game and see if you win. And we're just gonna see if you win or lose, or whatever, you know, whatever the experience is that we say is lucky. But don't tell, as I said, don't tell them that it's supposed to be a lucky penny or four-leaf clover or whatever. And then it's a controlled experiment, which is that you have another person or group of people where they don't do the exact same actions, like they don't rub the lucky penny, or they don't say particular words or whatever. And then you see, do they win, or do they so-called get lucky, even though they didn't do the thing that was supposed to be lucky. And if you do that over a long period of time, you can disprove that something is lucky. Or like with ghosts, you know, you could have a camera or have people observe. Don't tell them what they're trying to observe. Just like, okay, be here at night in this old house, and you know, watch this camera or whatever. Don't tell them what they're looking for, and then nothing shows up, which is, it's not going to. You know, nothing shows up, and then therefore, like you've shown, like, okay, there's nothing there. Now, you can get to a point, there are some things where, like, there's no, you could say there's no way to disprove something. Like, if someone hears a sound and they say, well, the sound is the ghost walking in the house, but you can't ever see it. Well, there's no way to disprove that. Like, I mean, you can show that the sound is coming from like expansion of the house or whatever, and they could say, well, the ghost caused the expansion. You know, it could just be endless argument. And so for certain things, and certain people, they want to believe certain things. You can't argue with them. There's no way to disprove it. So just don't waste your time. But you can just say, no, that's wrong, and let's change the subject and talk about something else, and talk about something or do something else. Yes. So unless you just want to waste your breath, which is fine. But so anyway, that's the subject for today. How to test if something is real or not, and what's a reasonable definition, and are coconuts mammals. And have a good time. Please watch my other videos because they give a lot of good advice about money and what we should do to have a better, less dangerous planet. Like, a lot of people are unhealthy. We have more disease now, and so younger people aren't expected to live as long as the older people, older generations, and we're harming our health by not exercising enough, not being outside. There's a view. I like the coconut area, but you can see a lot of construction, which means there are places that you can't be outside. We have a lot of traffic and pollution from these tall buildings, too many people, so that you can't walk in the road. You're going to get hit by a car, right? Or a bus or something. And it's not healthy to be breathing the fumes. So living in the city, it's like you got to go far away to have healthy, fresh air. So what we need to do is vastly reduce our cities. We can have tall buildings, but the other, we should have, most of the buildings should be gone. We should have 1/6 the number of people and the number of tall buildings, so that we don't have so much terrible traffic, and there's more space for healthy living and for growing food, because you don't always know that your food is healthy. So it's a good idea to have a garden and have green space, and it's also good for your body to do that. It's great exercise to be out there gardening. And even if you can't grow all your own food, I've gardened a little bit, and didn't grow all my food, but it's still good exercise. So, and don't eat too many coconuts. It's very high fat, but a little bit is probably good for you. So some people think, oh, coconut oil is healthy, so therefore I'm gonna fry my food in coconut oil. But fried food, no, gosh, you should eat very little fried food. That should be like a treat, maybe once a month, only if you're already healthy. If you're overweight, which many of you people in the United States and around the world are overweight, and